Hello everyone, I Meenakshi Bajaj welcome you to my channel. As you already know that I am going to discuss the entire subject of HRM in series of video lectures. Few topics have already been discussed and the link of those video lectures have been provided in the description box. Today we will discuss functions of HRM. To explain the topic thoroughly, I am going to include many examples for your easy understanding. My dear friend, if you are new to my channel, then be sure to subscribe. Turn on the notification bell to get notified when I upload a new video. In human resource management, the manager has to perform many functions. Be it any kind of organization, maybe it of any industry. The functions of human resource manager are common for all of them. Now, if you see the slide carefully, you will find out that the functions of human resource manager are divided into two broad categories. These categories are managerial and operative. In today's video lecture, we will be discussing managerial functions in detail. In the previous video lecture, we have understood one thing, that managing people is the essence of an organization. Similarly, the HR manager has also to do many functions like planning, organizing, directing, coordination, and control of human resources. Now, how every function is performed, we will discuss it, that too in detail, starting with planning function. So, what is the meaning of planning? Planning means deciding in advance. In human resource planning also, the manager has to forecast. He has to estimate that what will be the needs of the organization with regard to human resources. Anticipating vacancies. How many vacancies will be there? How many people he has to find out to fill the post? Second thing which he has to do is planning job requirements. What type of jobs will be there in the organization? Every type of job needs to be described. The job description is given in detail, the profile of the job. This is the biggest task of the HR manager, to analyze each job. Only then he can see that what type of skills are required, what kind of a person he needs to fill that very job. Then the next thing is, once he knows that what kind of people he requires, he has to search for the sources from where he can recruit right kind of people. Larger the number of applications, larger will be the options to choose from. When a HR manager does HR planning, he tries to fill the gap. The gap is between where the organization is and where they want to go. With his understanding of the jobs, the skills, he plans everything, that too in a scientific manner. He has to manage the change. He has to study the trends which are prevailing. So accordingly he decides that what he will do to find right kind of people that can help in the growth of the organization. So why planning is such an important task? There can be endless reasons, but I have pointed out 5 main reasons. The very first is face the changes. As we all know that today's market is competitive, and if the manager does not plan properly, so at the time he will not have the right kind of people. He has to bridge the gap. As I already explained, where we are and where we want to go, there can be a gap between these two situations. He has to plan accordingly so that there is no gap. Means to change. Whenever the company wants to introduce something new, there can be resistance to change. So if right kind of people are recruited and appointed in the organization, they will be ready. They will be ready to face that change. There will be competitive spirit in the people. avoid crisis. If company doesn't have right kind of people, they can go into crisis. And in today's time, none of the companies want to face that type of situation. Studies, trends. Labor market is changing. Government is making new regulations each and every day. So the trends are required to be studied appropriately. Only then the legal requirements and all other market competitive requirements can be met. For planning, one thing can be rightly said. That is, planning today avoids crisis tomorrow. So when the manager plans, he frames policies, programs. He also prepares the human resource budget. After the planning part is over, the manager has to see how to organize the things. This is the second function, organizing. Let's see that what it is all about. Organizing is about grouping. A sound organization structure is required. So when the HR manager is organizing the things, he is basically allocating the task. He is grouping the personnel activities into functions. He has to see that which function can be performed by which individual. As he has studied the skills, the job descriptions, he very well knows that who is appropriate for which type of job. According to the skills of the people, he organizes all the functions. He delegates the authority. He establishes authority and responsibility relationships. All the activities are integrated. Coordination is done so that there is proper understanding among the people. This all will result into achievement of the objectives. Rather, I should say common objectives. A right type of organization structure is a must, as it is the foundation stone. So, best performance can only be gained if the structure is appropriate, if the framework is proper. In this function, a manager has to direct. He has to see that which job for which person, what he can do for the achievement of the objective, the overall objective of the organization. He has to coordinate the things. He has to see that which areas are ineffective, where he has to strict down the control. Thus, in this function, he has to coordinate the efforts of the people. After forming the right type of structure, putting a foundation stone, the next step is towards the physical factors. They are also required. After all this, he has to direct others. He has to see how the direction process should be carried forward. Now let's study how directing function is performed. In this function, the thinking part is over. Now the things are getting into actual shape. Rather, I should say, actual work starts with directing. When manager direct others, he has to keep in mind that how people can be motivated, how they can be directed, that they are active, they are ready to be supervised. In directing, a manager has to do many things like give instructions, guide them properly, monitor their performance. Whenever they are going in the wrong direction, he has to stop them. He has to tell them that what is the right way, how the work is required to be performed. He has predetermined goals in his mind. Entire process of work is taken forward according to those predetermined goals. Let's consider an example. In this example, the company is taking a new project, and for that, the manager has to direct his team. The initiating process is done now. Initiating what? Initiating the action. He has to see that how he can secure the willingness and effective cooperation of his team so that the desired goal can be achieved. And how is he doing? He is saying, I'm always there to help you. When you need my guidance, I will guide you accordingly. In this way, everyone in the team will be able to give their 100% potential for the organization. Even the company will be able to tap your potential. It will be beneficial for the both your career also and company's growth also. It is evident from the example. If the supervisor is behaving in such a positive way, the results will also be positive. Like the entire team will be willing for cooperation. The cooperation will also be effective for the betterment of the organization. As entire culture is supportive, this will help in sound human relations. Proper direction helps in tapping the maximum potential of the employees. It helps in building sound individual and human relations with the organization. Once the directions are given, people know what is required from them. Now comes the next very important and difficult task, that is coordination. The motto of coordination is unity of action. Each and every employee who is working in the organization should work for the achievement of common goal. Individuals should feel that their performance should result in achievement of the goal of the organization. In this way, an orderly arrangement of efforts is required to be done by the HR manager. The HR manager also ensures that the different departments also work with each other in unity. They help each other. Only then the groups can work in an efficient manner. There will be harmonious relation within the organization. After coordinating, the next important function is control. Control employees checking. In this, a manager has to verify the things. He has to regulate also. All these things are done to ensure that everything occurs according to the plans. The instructions which have been issued, are they adhered or not? In controlling function, the HR manager observes. He compares the results. As he has already established the standards, he checks that whether the work has been done according to the standards or not. If it is not done according to the standards, then he has to come in action. He has to take many corrective actions to remove all the undesired deviations. HR managers conducts performance appraisal. Performance appraisal is done for each and every employee. What he has done. Is it according to his duties or the standards fixed by the company? All the personnel records are checked. Auditing is done. In this way, entire effort is put in to find out the deviations and correct them. When controlling is done, there can be many deviations. The HR manager has to find out that what were the reasons behind those deviations. Accordingly, he frames training programs so that the organization and each and every employee works for the betterment. He has to analyze that what are the reasons behind the labor turnover, why people are leaving our organization, why are they unsatisfied from the working culture. Morale surveys. Morale is very important as it helps the company to make its employees loyal. Time to time, morale surveys are done to find out what the employees feel about the organization. If something very critical or crucial comes out, the HR manager also conducts separate interviews, or he can find other means also for controlling the employees. With this, I have discussed all the managerial functions in detail, and I hope that you were able to gain maximum understanding out of today's video lecture. We will meet very soon and discuss operative functions, that too with interesting examples. So stay connected, like, share, and don't forget to subscribe. Happy learning, everyone!